Your cycle is too short, or maybe it's too long. And now you're wondering if your body is even capable of getting pregnant. Here's what I want you to know right now. Doctors see this question every single day, and most of the time, the answer is far more reassuring than you think. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what a short cycle means for your fertility, what a long cycle actually tells us, and what the real signs are that something needs a doctor's attention.
Let's start with the basics. A typical menstrual cycle runs somewhere between 21 and 35 days. That is the range doctors consider normal. Not 28 days, not exactly 30. A range. And many women, completely healthy, fall at either end of that range. Your cycle is counted from the first day of one period to the first day of the next. And within that window, your body is doing something quite precise, growing a follicle, releasing an egg, and then either preparing for implantation or resetting for the next month. That process doesn't need to happen in exactly 28 days to be healthy. This is where many people get confused. They've heard 28 days so many times from apps, from school, from articles, that anything outside that feels wrong. It isn't. So what about a short cycle? A cycle shorter than 21 days is worth paying attention to, but here's the important part. Occasional short cycles happen to most women at some point. Stress, illness, travel, a change in sleep, all of these can shift your cycle by several days. Now, can you still get pregnant with a short cycle? Yes, in many cases. What matters most is whether you are ovulating. Studies suggest that even in shorter cycles, ovulation can still occur. It simply happens earlier. So if you're trying to conceive, tracking ovulation becomes especially useful.
A short cycle does not automatically mean you have a fertility problem. It does not mean your eggs are bad. And it is not a diagnosis, it is a data point. One your doctor will look at alongside many others.
Now let's talk about cycles longer than 35 days. Many women experience this, especially in their 20s and 30s. And the first thing I want to say is, this is also very common. Doctors see long cycles regularly. It doesn't automatically signal a problem. In a longer cycle, ovulation simply happens later in the month. So if your cycle is 35 to 40 days, you might ovulate around day 21 or later, instead of day 14. The egg is still released. Fertilization is still possible. You just need to time things a little differently. Here's the part most people misunderstand. They track their period, but for conception, what truly matters is tracking your ovulation, not the start of your period, the egg. Here is a myth worth clearing up. Many people believe that if your cycle is irregular, you cannot get pregnant naturally. That is simply not true. According to NHS and ACOG guidance, many women with irregular cycles conceive without any medical intervention. The body is far more adaptable than most fertility content suggests.
If this is helping you feel a little clearer, go ahead and save this video. You might want to come back to it. And if you're watching this with your partner, share it. This conversation is easier when you're both on the same page.
Whether your cycle is short, long, or somewhere in the middle, tracking ovulation is one of the most practical things you can do. Ovulation predictor kits, OPKs, detect a hormone surge that happens about 24 to 36 hours before ovulation. Basal body temperature tracking can also help confirm a pattern over time. Neither requires a prescription. Both give you real information about your body. Before you assume the worst, there's one thing you need to know. Most timing issues are solvable once you have better data about your own cycle. That's not wishful thinking. That's what reproductive medicine tells us. Now, I want to be honest with you about what does deserve a conversation with your doctor. If your cycles are consistently shorter than 21 days, month after month, that's worth bringing up. If they're consistently longer than 45 days, or if you're going several months without a period, please speak to your GP or OB. Also worth mentioning, very heavy or very light periods alongside cycle changes, or if you've been trying to conceive for 12 months without success, or 6 months if you're over 35.
So here's what I want you to take away from this. Short cycles and long cycles are both part of the normal range of human experience. They don't automatically mean something is wrong. What matters is whether ovulation is happening. And that's something you can actually track. If something feels persistently off, your doctor is your best next step. But worry, on its own, isn't a diagnosis. And you're not alone in feeling uncertain about this. So many people are asking the exact same question you just asked.
If this video helped you, there's a playlist here with more conversations just like this one, covering the real questions parents and TTC couples actually have. And coming up next, once the baby arrives, how do you and your partner actually divide the responsibilities so that one person isn't quietly running on empty? That one comes up in almost every new parent conversation I hear, and we're going to talk through it honestly.